We begin our story in a fire, a glorious city of horses and pastures. Am I reading this right? Okay. Bellerophon is born here, and the gods look upon this boy who definitely is not one of their kids, and they gave him gifts like beauty and desirable manhood. One day he commits a heinous crime, so heinous that ancient Greek poets never really decided what it was. It's mostly interpreted to be the murder of his brother or an enemy. And the king Proetus, or Proetus, depending on your translator, hates Bellerophon and plots evil things against him. But in doing so, introduces the man to his wife, who becomes so enamored with Bellerophon that she propositions him for a little something. But for some reason, Bellerophon rejects her. Deeply insulted, the queen decides to tell the king that Bee attempted to rape her. Proetus doesn't want to bring the god's anger down on him by killing a guest, so he sends Bee away to another city where his father-in-law, Iobates, a Lycian king, resides. He hands Bee an inscribed tablet that instructs Iobates to kill him. But instead of reading the tablet, Iobates invites Bee to have a nice dinner with him for 9 days. When he finally reads the tablet, he is besieged by the same pious fear as his son-in-law and refuses to kill the man he has made his guest, so he does the next best thing. Iobates comes to Bee with impossible missions, intending for one to kill him, but Bee defeats each challenge as it comes. Bee enlists the help of Pegasus, either through dream goddess magic and a fancy horse bit, or through pure hubris and some rope. Either way, they join forces and take on the mighty Chimera. The fire-breathing monster is fierce, but Bee's ingenuity allows him to use lead at the end of his spear, which melts in the Chimera's throat and chokes it to death. They fight the Solimai, a race of fierce desert warriors. Then they fight the Amazons, women who are said to fight as well and as strongly as men, because normal women can't do that. Bee wins this as well. Bee is then sent against a carrion pirate and wins then as well. At the end of his rope and for the final challenge, Iobates sends out his palace guards to attack Bee. But Bee calls out for Poseidon, who may or may not be his father, and the god of the seas and horses sends a monster wave to flood the plain, killing the guards. Defeated, and with the only logical option left, Iobates offers the hand of his daughter in marriage. She and Bellerophon have a kingdom and kids. And they all live happily ever after, like all Greek mythological stories. Not, are the kids gone yet? Okay, here's the real ending. Bee thinks to himself and decides, well, I am beloved of gods and capable of these great feats. Clearly, I deserve to live amongst them on Mount Olympus. Yikes. So he mounts Pegasus for a final flight, and they wing towards the heavens. And Zeus looks down from his mighty kingdom and says, how dare you? And in keeping with the theme of making others do his dirty work, he sends a gadfly down to trouble poor Pegasus. Stung, the winged horse bucks his rider, but completes the flight. He arrives on Mount Olympus, only to be used as a pack horse by Zeus to carry his lightning bolts. Our hero, Bellerophon, lands in a thorn bush and is blinded by their spikes. He wanders the plains in misery until he dies, proving that no good deed goes unpunished. What was he supposed to do? Enable the queen's cheating on her husband? Thank you for listening.